Hi everyone. So in this video, I want to show you how stepper motor works, and then we're going to connect that to the Arduino, give you the code on how to control it. This is going to be useful for the next video project that we're going to use the stepper motor in. But first, let me explain this really quick. So this is a stepper motor. Usually, they come with 5 cables. The middle one here is the 5 volt. So this is just the voltage. The other 4 are the signal. So usually to control it, you want to turn one of them at a time in order. So you would turn this on, the rest are off, then this, then this, then this. So one at a time, and you will loop through them. Now that's how you control the motor. And if you want it to spin the other direction, you would just do them in reverse. So let me kind of try to explain this or show you an analogy on how this works inside. So let's imagine this is the rotor and these are the coils. So in this case, we have 4 touch points for the rotor, but we have 6 coils. And you can see if I rotate this, they can only meet 2 of the coils at a time. You see the other one, it's not touching. And this is just kind of a representation of a stepper motor, obviously. Now, if I rotate again, you see I can only meet at one point and the other one would be kind of not touching. If I rotate again, you get the idea. Now, the way this works is, let's say you provide power through here and then here. So the coil will rotate to this direction. Now, when you turn this off and you move the power to this coil, so now the power are here, then the motor will obviously move to here. So, and then we continue, right? Now, if the power goes to here and then here, right? Now you get the idea, then the motor will rotate that way. That's how you get your steps, by switching the power onto these pins. Now, this is called full stepping. This is called, there's another scenario where it's called half stepping. With half stepping, you provide power to 2 coils at a time. So let's say you have power here and here. Let's add more power to this and this. And in this case, in the half stepping, the coil will kind of be in the middle. So you see like between this and this, between this and this, so the coil kind of be in the middle. This is what's a half stepping is. It's more powerful, but it's slower. So because the steps will be smaller, because now you have the rotor going kind of small in between steps instead of a full step, because it is going to stay between the pins that have the power. So this is when you need more strength on the motor, and the full step is when you need a little bit faster. So now I'm going to take you to the computer and show you how to connect this to the Arduino and show you the code. But first, let's look at the wiring. It's really straightforward. So you see there is this driver board, and it usually comes with a stepper motor. And here we are providing an external voltage. So that's like a positive and negative. And this is a 6 volt or 5 volt power adapter. So this is an external voltage. Obviously, you need to connect the ground of your external power with the Arduino. So the ground are connecting. Now, this here, you're going to provide a plus and minus, or a ground and a positive from your external power. The rest would be just 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have 4 pins, and then you would just choose 4 pins on the Arduino. In this case, I'm using 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now they need to be in order, or at least you need to turn them on and off in order to get the stepping correctly. So they don't have to be 2, 3, 4, and 5. They can be any other pins, as long as you, in your code, you turn them on and off in order. So in this case, in my scenario, I'm using 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I'm connecting here to the in 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I can get this to focus, you see there's in1, in2, in3, and 4. That's what I'm using, and I'm connecting these to 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, again, this is just the external power, and don't forget to connect the ground. Let's go to the computer, and I'll show you the code for this. It's really simple, but let's take a look. So before we look at the code, I pulled up this image that I found, and I wanted to kind of show you how it usually works. You see these coils, like this one here and this one, are connected together. Same for these, and same for those, right? And the rotor can be in the middle of two, and that would be half stepping. So this would be considered a half stepping, or this is a full step if it's kind of facing a coil. So this kind of explained what I was trying to show you. Okay, so this is the code for controlling a stepper motor with an Arduino. First, here we're just declaring some pins. These are the pins I'm using. You can use different pins, any pins you like. In this scenario, I'm using 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you see here in the loop, I'm just looping through them. And I'm just turning 2 on, the rest are off, then 3, then 4, then 5. And then just looping through them will turn the stepper motor in one direction. And if you do it in reverse, then it will turn the motor in the other direction. It's just as simple as that. Now, if you want to do half stepping, then you would do 2 pins at a time. So 2 pins would go on. So in this case, we'd have like 2 and 3. Then you would do 3 and 4. Then you would do 4 and 5, and then you slowly graduate. That's how you get the half steps. So I wanted to keep it simple. I'm going to use this kind of to combine everything with the parking sensor that we built, but I wanted to kind of show you how this worked first. Now, the last piece here, let me just kind of show you this in action. And I'm going to upload the code to my Arduino and show you everything wired up and how the stepper motor works. And then in the next video, I'm going to put this code back into the parking sensor project and then kind of implement everything together. So let's take a look at the stepper motor in action. Okay, so now everything wired up. I just uploaded the code and I powered on my Arduino. Let me turn on the power here, and this kind of LED indicates that the pins are actually turning. And let's look at the stepper. You can see the stepper motor is also turning. In the next video, I'm going to combine everything. Remember the parking sensor thing when we were using the distance sensor and we kind of did the parking in the previous video? I encourage you to watch that if you haven't seen it yet. And so yeah, I'm just going to use this in the next video. You're going to see everything combined together and we're going to kick the car away. This is it for today's video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.